Welcome to Jack Fleming Artistry. This is going to be an unscripted video here. About 8 months ago, I did a video trying to practice doing scroll striping. I'm not very good at scroll striping. Told y'all that then. I was hoping that I would start a routine of practicing frequently, and I haven't. I've been working on customer work and other stuff, and scroll striping's hard for me, so I kind of put it off a little bit, but I want to get back into it, and I think what I'm going to try and do is give myself little short practice times, and I'll put them up here as videos. You guys can practice along with me, tell you guys what I'm doing. This will be the first one of those. I don't want to beat around the bush too much because I'm going to set a timer. I actually have a Kafka brush. This is not one of the brushes that I tested in the previous video. Didn't have one at the time. My friend Freddie Villa came by a few months ago, actually, brought me a Kafka brush. He also has given me some of his sheets for practicing scroll striping. Showed me a little bit while he was here about how to use it. I practiced a little bit then. It's probably the last time I've practiced scroll striping. And that first video was like 8 months ago. So let's see if I can remember anything that he taught me then. And again, real time, you won't see my face, you'll see my hands, and just kind of go through what we're doing. I'm not going to show you guys the sheets that I have. He has those for sale via Pinstriping. I don't know, if you go to his site or his YouTube page, I'm sure you can find a link or whatnot to it. But I'm looking at one of those. It's not like I'm sitting here tracing it. I'm just looking at it and getting ideas from it and seeing what I can do from there. So here we go. All right, I have my timer going. I have my cup here for, try and see if I can get this in the camera here with y'all. Okay, reducing. I've actually got a little magazine over here. Put that in the camera. And I'm going to start over here and work my way that way. This is some leftover paint from a project I'm working on at the moment. Wish I could show it to y'all, but I cannot. I've got a business that I do work with routinely. I guess I can tell you a little bit about who that is because I've had them on videos and stuff before, but that is Wicked Thumb Electric Bikes, and they've been doing some deals with other brands, and we're doing the second bike for a brand right now that they're working with, and it hasn't been made public, so I can't share it. Okay, so in my cup here is just high temp reducer. I don't know if that's the best for doing this with. If I recall, Freddie told me he used mineral spirits. Y'all go to his YouTube channel. You probably learn a whole lot more about this rather than watching me fumble through it. But I'm trying to palette my brush really well. I'm feeling for consistency. And what I recall is that my consistency needs to be a little thinner than what I'm used to. I actually normally work fairly thick. I like the little skinny lines. When I'm using my sword striper, the skinny lines come easier to me with the paint not thinned out too much. I'm gonna try this. Okay, so again, I'm looking at a sheet over here off camera. Just kind of get some ideas of directions and stuff. Try to hold my hand upright. Let's start way up in this corner so I have a lot of room. I'm going to go slow. Let's see if we can try this. Angle. Oh, we're going to lift up. That's not too bad. I'm going to try and come back. I'm lifting up on that turn a little bit, pushing down a little bit more whenever I come out. Here. This time we won't go quite so tight. Really slowing down too, man. I watch some people, it seems like they are super fast. I'm trying to figure this out. I'm going to go back up into that other loop. There's a little crossover. Looking at my sheet, he's got coming back over this way. Man, I'm trying not to have to dip my paint again, but I'm feeling like I might need to. I'm trying to go back up into that loop again. Actually, really surprised I haven't had to dip back in already. I say dip in, I mean palette. It's one of those things I watch these guys that scroll, man. Seems like they palette once and go. The little sword stripe himself is usually pulling a line that's not too long and palette into before I pull another one. Never getting this much paint out of the brush. It's getting awfully thin though. Feel like that's not too bad. It's not natural at all. I got a little bump right here I didn't like, and I feel like my paint probably still a little too thick. So I'm going to come over here and palette, and I'm going to try and do the exact same movements next to it. It's practice. This is done. I'm wiping it off with mineral spirits. Y'all are the only people who ever look at it. Really doesn't matter. If it looks like garbage, it's all done in the name of learning. I feel like this doesn't really look like garbage. I feel like I'm kind of doing something here. Again, Freddie Villa's scroll striping, I don't know what he's calling them, I forget. Practice sheets, learning sheets, diagrams. Oh. Looking at the edge of my brush there, and there was wild hair hanging off the end. Okay, so I'm going to look at that one and see if I can replicate it. Maybe, if I'm lucky, not be quite as slow. Maybe a little bit more consistent. A lot of striping is building up muscle memory, along with learning paint consistency. So two things I'm having to do here. I'm sitting here resting my arm on the edge of my table. Don't know if that's a good habit. I feel like it's not. It's kind of limiting what I can do, so I need to get that arm up. There we go. Feels better without my arm resting on the table. Oh, line wasn't as good as I wanted. I wasn't watching my line, I was watching where I was going. No, I got to thinking that I should be practicing here. I got to a point where I was taking a little break on this job that I'm working on and looking at some stuff on Instagram, checking messages really. And the very first thing that popped up was a video of Mike Montanez scroll striping. I thought, man, I know he hasn't been at it forever, and that guy's gotten so good in kind of a short amount of time, and he owes it all to just daily practice, and I know that that's the key. Now, I'm looking at this, and it's not as good as my first one was. I got a globby over there. My line kind of got not good right there, and got really not good right there. So, it's practice. Try it again. Over here, palette, palette, palette. I don't think I paletted as long that second time. When you're paletting here, you're trying to load paint into the brush, but you're also trying to get the right consistency with that paint. What I've been told on scroll stripes, the tip of the brush is touching the surface, and the rest of it's holding paint. You know, it's a fuel tank. Sorry if I'm pausing a lot. I'm trying to think and talk at the same time. Not my best attribute. All right, this time I'm gonna get that arm. You know what? I'm gonna stand up. Maybe that'll help us. Maybe the sitting down stuff's not a good idea. Okay, I am resting. I don't know if you can see it on camera, but I'm resting my left arm on the table and propping my right arm on top of it. So here we go. Hoping my consistency's better. At the moment, it's definitely thinner. Let's slow back down here. Back up on that tip. Made my curve. Coming down. Not as fat of a curve, or as skinny of a curve. So far, so good. Come back up into here. I feel like I need to slow down a little bit again. I'm really just kind of looking at the last design out of my periphery. Glancing over at it every now and then. I believe Freddie designed these shapes here to force me, and you, if you're looking at his deals, and moving in different directions. It's definitely got me doing that. Actually rolling my left arm in order to move my right arm back a little bit. I feel like this is better than the last one. Turn. Alright, my paint's not feeling as thin as it should be there. Pretty bad right there towards the end, but not awful. Scoot this down. Wonder what my timer says. Eight minutes left. I think I lost my sheet. Where did it go? There it is. Okay. Let's try the other design that he has on this. It's feeling juicy. Loosey goosey. Hopefully that's good. Okay, so this other design. Let's see. We're starting here and going up. And then down. And around. And then back. Over to here. And around. And up. Golly, I feel like a little kid when they're learning to tie their shoes, you know. The rabbit going around the tree and through the hole. Okay, so I got a little part right there that I don't like. For kicks and giggles, I'm going to try and come back and fix it. Probably shouldn't have. It's probably cheating. Hopefully y'all can hear me in this. Should probably do these live. Never done a live. Alright, that's not all of it on this design. This design he's got on here has two different parts to it. So we're going to come here, somewhere around here, make kind of a big loop. Let my brush hang down too far. Back up on that tip. Seems hard to get back on that tip if you get off of it. Dude, I think I just got lost on this. Ha! I did. I'm just gonna end that. I totally got lost. It's alright. We got a thunderstorm going on here right now. I'm gonna unplug that computer. Kind of freaked me out a little bit there. I'm glad I wasn't pulling a line. Hopefully you guys can still see me paletting here. Alright, let's try this one again. I'm going to try and get this on the screen just a little bit better. Alright. Still needs more go juice. High temp reducer. I think that'll work. Alright, try again. Loose. I'm going to try holding my brush loose. See if that helps. And here we go. I feel like those longer parts I can kind of speed up on. Really do want to get to where I'm pulling these all in one pull. So I'm practicing not stopping, paleting, and starting again. I don't want to form that habit. Man, that's the same spot I had a hard time with last time. See, I had a hard time there and tried to fix it. Had a hard time here. I'm not going to try and fix it this time for time's sake. But I am going to try and not get lost on this other part. So I'm going to come down, up, over, and out that way and back. So let's see here. We go down and over. Right here's where I got lost last time. I'm gonna come up, go tight, over here, way out, kick around, bring it back into that center part, and down. Better. I want to do it again. I want to do it without messing up right there. So that's kind of one of the things I try to do when I'm practicing. Set little things to accomplish, right? I feel like I did pretty good on all of that. So this time my goal is to stay as good as that, but not to mess up right there. Set little bitty goals. Try to make little bitty, what's the word I'm looking for? Not championships, victories, small victories. Yeah, I feel like Bob Ross here. It's okay if you have mistakes. You come back and fix them and have small victories. Happy little victories. Alright, I kind of messed up a little bit right here last time too. So I'm going to slow down. And And try to remember, I messed up there again. Let's say try to remember to lift my brush a little bit more. I think that's my problem. Way up on the tip top on those turns. Okay, here's where we've been messing up. Can we do it? Come on, brush. Still messing up. Man, what is it about that I'm having such a hard time with? Here, I'm just going to start right here. We got to figure this out. We're going to start here. Come up. Drag that across. Still messing up there. Okay. I'm just after those parts that I keep messing up on right now. Okay. This turn right here, let's get way on the tip of the brush. Still messing it up. Why? Freddie, if you're watching this video, tell me why. It's probably cringing watching this video. Probably already turned it off. Can't watch the struggle. Maybe I'm lifting up too much. Let's try not lifting up so much and just swinging the brush around more. I think I was a little better on that part. Okay. Let's try that whole part again. Boy, I feel like my very first lines were the best ones I've done. Kind of sad. Okay, let's try this again. Start here. Oh, you know what? I got a little bitty hair hanging out the end of my brush. If you guys can see that on camera. That'll mess you up for sure. Okay. Here we go. Try not to make such a globby beginning. Maybe I need to just go slower. No, I'm getting quiet on y'all. Concentrating. Hey, I pulled that part off. Can we pull off the one spot that's really messing us up? Slow down. So what I'm finding, I can't make that really tight. Having a hard time with that. There's my thing to practice a lot. Guess that's part of my philosophy. If there's anything that you're really not good at, that's what you need to practice. All right. Down. Trying to really stay on the tip of this brush. Up. Another one of those tight turns that I have a hard time with. Aha! That was not bad. Pull it back down. Maybe a little tighter. Not too bad that go around. Sort of running out of room here. Let me go back and try to practice that first one again. Y'all see? Yeah, you guys can see. See if I can see that enough out of my far periphery way over there. Okay, so it was probably scoot that out for you guys a little bit too. Okay. Start it up here. Kind of tight. Kind of tight, so slow down, right? Oh, ugly. Back up here to this. Catch just a little bit. Come way back down. Try to come back up. Get inside of that loop. Pull back out of that loop. Comes lightning again. Oh, I messed up. I was looking at my other design and not what I was doing. I always like to reward myself with just some free play, I guess you could call it. Let's turn this way. I don't know, hopefully y'all can see. I have other stuff on my table here. Okay, I'm just gonna see if I can pull some similar moves, but not trying to do the exact same moves. This is playtime. Maybe we choke down a little bit more on this. Okay. So dragging down, turning, coming up. Now it's in my head, that first shape. It's all right. I'm just practicing stuff. Let's come back up here. Go through there. Come down. Let's go far down. And turn tight, maybe. Come back up. It seems like the rhythm is to always go inside of the last loop. Man, I'm probably wrong on that, but let's go over here. See what it looks like if I come through. All the way across. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, folks, other than practicing scroll stripes. That's what I'm doing. Let's get back up into that. See if we can make it come down a little bit more again. I don't know. Not as cool as the pro's job over there. Dude, where am I at on time here? I feel like my timer should have gone off by now. It did. It just didn't ding. I don't know why. Alright, folks, I've got to get back to work. I know the few videos that I've done in real time of me just practicing and talking, a lot of people say that they seem to learn a lot more out of. So hopefully this does something for y'all. 20 minutes is what I set my timer to, so I spent about 20 minutes here just practicing. I'm going to wipe this off before it gets too dry, clean out my brush, get back to work on my other project that I'm working on here. But I'm going to try and do these a little bit more routine. No promises, because I really do have a lot of work on my plate at the moment that I got to get caught up on. And I've got some other videos that I've been meaning to get back to with y'all too. I started the color theory series, and I need to get back on those. I've just been trying to catch up on some customer work first. This I figure I can throw in when there's a little bit of leftover paint and I'm waiting on some paint to dry on something else. I need to try and do that more often. If you like this, please let me know down below. If you want t-shirts like the one I got on, this is actually one of my favorite ones at the moment. Pinstriping adds horsepower. Go to my website, jackflemingartistry.com. There's a whole bunch more there. We actually have a pinstriping class coming up where me and Cherry Bomb Pinstriping, Alicia, are going to be teaching. That's June 15th, I believe. I think there's 9 slots left open at the moment. Maybe it's less than that. But, shoot me an email or something. It's jackflemingartistry@gmail.com if you're interested in that, or if you guys have questions about anything else. I think those are best to put down in the comments. That way other people can answer them too. Sorry. Again, not editing this one. Totally off the top of my head. Y'all have a good night. Watch one of the other videos that pops up if you like this. Most of them are probably better than this one. Y'all have a good day. Bye.